Kiwis love being outdoors, so why not transform your outdoor living space with a sun view? With our quality range of stylish pergolas, outdoor blinds and awnings, having a sun view is like adding a new room to your home, but for a fraction of the price. Enjoy the outdoors all year round with a range of products to suit your needs. Book a free consultation now with Sunview and see the difference.
Let's talk local body politics. I read in the newspaper this morning in Wellington yet more coverage of the sad state of the capital, and that is that the water company, or the company fixing New Zealand's completely stuffed water structure, Wellington Water, is hiding its bills. It will not disclose who it's contracting to and how much it's spending to not fix our water problems. It's been labelled pathetic, as it refuses to release details that could reveal information about overpayments to contractors. 2 reports into Wellington Water were obtained by the Post. One revealed unplanned water spending per kilometre trebled between 2017 and 2022, and it was overpaying contractors compared with similar councils. Amazing, but just indicative of the problems of Wellington, where cafes close, it would seem, every day, and a lot of people have lost faith. In the middle of all of that, we have had a mayor with a drinking problem and ADHD by her own admission, who won't be running again. It seems to me there are 2 major candidates just announced, or in the last 6 weeks or so. Andrew Little, former Labor leader, former Justice Minister, has announced he is standing. And the most promising candidate, backed by a group called Better Wellington, has been current councillor Ray Chung. But I get the feeling that the balance has shifted, and that a compromise candidate in Andrew Little seems to have the front running. Does Ray feel that or not? He joins us by video link now. Ray, how are you, mate?
Hey, good morning, Sean. Yeah. Go
for it. Away you go.
Yep.
Is it all over, buddy?
No, it's definitely not all over. I don't agree with what you just said. Yes, the media are all for Andrew. They're right behind him. But what are they saying? You know, they're just saying that, because he's been in Parliament, because he's been an MP, he'll be a great mayor. What similarities and what experience do you actually gain in government? Do you actually use in being mayor and running the city? They're completely different issues.
All right, so are you going to attack him on his competence? And firstly, let's just go back a step, Ray. Do you now appreciate this is a 2-horse race between you and Little?
I do.
Yep. So,
I do.
Yeah, You're basically the 2 candidates. You got that mad guy Bloxham who was in court the other day, and probably going to get locked up in the loony bin before he can stand for office. Everyone else seems to be an also-ran. So it's the 2 of you. Have you done any polling as to where you are at right now?
Not right now, not since Andrew came in, but we are preparing polling. We are preparing questions for our next courier poll. And so we'll find out exactly what people think and not what the media think.
Okay, fair enough, fair cop. All right, what if that polling shows that you are well behind?
Then I'll just have to work a damn lot harder, won't I?
Well, no, here's a question for you, Ray. You've stood on the idea that Wellington needs to get unified. We've had too much party politicking and disunity. We haven't had a council that has worked together because it's been full of national politics at a local level, right? And essentially Tory whānau, though she lied about it, she was a Green Party candidate. It was all party political. If Andrew is well ahead, isn't the decent thing for you to do say, okay, I really am going to stand by the mahi of unification. I'm going to say to Andrew Little, okay, you have it. Let's work on getting a bunch of councillors together who can work together. Would you consider that?
Sean, I actually I was invited to Andrew Little's mayoral launch. And when I was there, I've never met him before. And so I went to have a chat with him. We talked about some of the platforms, not your platform, some of the things that he's standing on. And we do have a lot more in common than we have differences, I believe. He wants to support community facilities as well. And so Yeah, I think that we do have a lot in common, but would I step aside? No, because the thing is that he has been, been in Labour for so long. He's been in Parliament for so long that I believe that it's actually ingrained in him. I'm not sure that he can actually
What's
change to
ingrained in
think
him, Ray?
differently. The way that the Labour Party thinks, the manifesto, the culture of the Labour Party. He's been a union man, and so of course, union people are always supportive of their people
More
of
public
unionists.
expenditure, more taxes, all hui, less dui. I do see philosophically what you're saying. You're saying he's still fundamentally an ideological politician, not a practical politician.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right. All right. If it is a two-horse race, then what does Ray Chung need to do to overcome? And I'm just telling you from my conversations at the odd, cocktail party or do around the town, Ray. He's got name recognition, and he's created the aura of competence because he's been part of a beehive. He's worked in the beehive. That's quite a
Yep.
hard. That's quite a hard combination to campaign against, mate.
It is. But as I mentioned, I don't know what he's actually done in Parliament that would actually benefit him in council.
Yeah.
In Parliament, as you'll know, you're there to sort of set laws, you make laws up to actually run the country. But in council, you're there to make Wellington a better place. You'll make Wellington more welcoming, you're making it safer, you're actually doing the things that make people want to stay in Wellington, that want to live in Wellington, that want to be in Wellington. It's completely different. In Parliament, are you actually doing things to make people want to stay in New Zealand?
Yeah.
I don't think so. So very, very different. And I don't think he actually understands the formidable task that there is in actually running the city. And we've seen in the last 3 years what happens when it's not run correctly.
Yeah. Ray, what would you be doing if you were mayor about Wellington Water simply refusing to disclose what it's spending our money on?
The big problem in Wellington Water, and this goes back to the mayoralties as well, is that, as you know, Wellington Water is run by, there's a board there, okay?
Yeah.
So the board is normally responsible for the company. But above that board is the Wellington Water Committee. That Wellington Water Committee is comprised of all the region's mayors. They can't agree on anything. They won't do anything. They've known about these problems for over 2 years, and what have they done? They've done absolutely nothing.
So who's withholding this information about overpayments?
Wellington Water is, but how do we force them to give this information? We need the board members to go down and force them to do it.
Who are the board members?
It's Nick Leggett. Nick Leggett is responsible. He's the
We'll
chair.
get him on tomorrow. We'll ask him why he's not disclosing this. That seems to be
Great.
public
That's
information that we deserve, isn't it?
Yes,
So,
and I'm
Ray-
looking forward to his answer.
Yeah. So, Ray, you're not going to admit that you're on the back foot now with Little.
I think the media think that he has the advantage. We're getting people we're getting people in the National Party endorsing Little. So what's all that about?
Yeah.
I can't understand it. I was at the Shakespeare competition with Nicola Willis. She was the MC there over the weekend. And I asked her the same question. I said, why is that happening? And I asked her, how well do you know Andrew? And she said, well, she's only knows him in passing. Hasn't really had much to do with him. And so I told her what my views were on this and, what my plans are and what I'm going to be doing. So, yeah. So
Well, Nicola
really
Young,
interesting.
your old mate, she's going with Little, isn't she? She's as good as endorsed.
Yes, she
So
is.
what
And
I'm
I said,
saying
well,
is, Ray, it seems that you're being abandoned by those who want to change.
oh, Nicola Young has actually never been on my side. So she's always been out there picking losers. I mean, who was she supporting for the last election?
You really have fallen out, haven't you? And what is the mood like in Better Wellington, this group that is supporting you?
Kiwis love being outdoors, so why not transform your outdoor living space with a sun view? With our quality range of stylish pergolas, outdoor blinds and awnings, having a sun view is like adding a new room to your home, but for a fraction of the price. Enjoy the outdoors all year round with a range of products to suit your needs. Book a free consultation now with Sunview and see the difference.